What's up guys, welcome back to the Snap Change Media Car Review channel. This is the all new GWM P Series P300 and I think it looks quite cool. It's very similar to the P500 but they've went with a black grille instead of the shiny silver bits, which I did not like, wasn't fond of. This looks very cool. However, still some silver bits in over there in the front and some shiny bits in the new headlights which look very modern. Some fog lights down at the bottom, more of the black grille going around. Check the front, very nice, very sexy bakkie. This color looks quite cool as well. So yeah, there's some parking sensors in the front over there. Nice ride height, beautiful side profile with black roof rails, running boards on the side. These are new alloy rims as well. Very nice, 18-inch. Check the suspension out. Running boards, nice and simple. Let's jump into the inside. Very neat. Seats feel nice, they are plush, heated and ventilated in the top spec. There's a new dash as well, similar to the P series but a bit more with a simple look. Floating infotainment system screen, physical buttons over there, and the steering wheel looks quite cool. It's paddle shifters and a nice shifter in the center. Sunroof, not panoramic but it is there. It's the rear seats, very nice. And then in the center you can see 4-low diff lock and it's a permanent 4x4 system. Let's check through the back. Very neatly decorated, not too much of a bump over there. Type C connectivity in the front and at the back here with the two USB connectivities. These are not Type C's but at the back they are. Okay, it's the back. It's another cool function at the back over here, check that. Cool step. It's quite solid. Just jump right up. Cool. Let's close this up. So it's powered by a 2.4 liter turbo diesel engine that makes 135 kilowatts and 480 newton meters to all four wheels. It's a permanent 4x4 system. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm behind the wheel of the new GWM P300 and it's powered by a 2.4 liter turbocharged diesel engine that makes 135 kilowatts and 480 newton meters of torque. We're on the last stretch of our journey now and the vehicle has been quite impressive, very comfortable. The ride inside is super quiet. It's well insulated. That is one of the highlights besides the interior. The suspension, however, just like I said in the P500, could be a bit better, but on the long road it is amazing. Stopping and starting in the city, not so pleasant for me, but I could live with this. I could definitely live with this. The interior, well decorated. Specification level is also quite high. Nice leather wrapped steering wheel. I like how this P series badge looks over here in the middle. The buttons feel nice as well. It's easy to use, ergonomic, and yeah, everything just works well. Also like the paddle shifters, feels nice behind the steering wheel. You hear that? It's a nice material. Indicators, torque, also nice material, but it has that funny clicky thing that I said I don't like in the P500, but it works. Cruise control button also has its own stalk, which works over here. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure it works quite well. In the center, ventilated wireless charging, and then USB Type C, USB, and 12-volt socket. Air condition blows nice and cool. The vents look very nice, not too much, not too flashy. I like it. Also, it has a new screen. It's a floating screen with the infotainment system, crisp and clear. But I'll go into more depth once I get the car on test. For now, I'll just tell you what the drive feels like. And like I said, very comfortable. The throttle calibration is a bit off. It takes a bit of time once you I put my foot down, now it kicks in. But once you get used to it, you'll find out like for yourself how it works, and it is quite cool. There's 3 drive modes: eco, normal and sport, and it is a permanent 4x4 drivetrain, which I'm not too sure about it. I would have liked if it had a 2x4 option and then a switch over, like switch on the fly to a 4x4 mode. But it does have a lock diff in the rear. You can do it over there, and then 4 low, 360 parking view camera, crisp and clear. I like the contrast and everything of that. Look how clear this looks, and there's so much views you can just go through. Amazing. What do you guys think about the vehicle? Entry level starts at 600,000 rand, and then the 4x4 starts is at 650,000 rand, and then for the top spec it is 700,000 rand. Very, very competitive. What do you guys think about the price? And would you guys option for something more basic if you're going for the Ford or Toyota, or would you risk it for the biscuit with the GWM? So I'll catch you guys at the next review. Please, as always, comment, subscribe and interact, share with your friends, and yeah, peace guys. Thanks for the support.